Welcome back to the channel, y'all. It's good to see you. Today, we're going to be talking about my 2024 goals that I will get done. I've never been one to kind of start the year off with like, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to get that done. I've always kind of been the someone to kind of go with the flow. But this year, I have 4 goals of mine that I really want to get done. I'm hoping they will happen. I'm going to work my damnedest to make sure they happen. The first one actually has to do with my camera. Now, a little context: the camera I started this journey with is a Nikon D40. Now, if you don't know, that camera is old. I mean, old. Then after that, I acquired my Canon 77D off a homie of mine, and it's been basically the propeller in my craft, I guess that's the best way I could describe it. But it's really helped me kind of open my horizon to possibilities of video, because my Nikon didn't have it, Canon did, so that helped me learn video, everything that comes with video. But the Canon 77D being so old, there's a few things that it doesn't have that I wish it did. So I'm not saying that this camera is bad or anything. I would just rather have a camera that I could really challenge myself more. I feel like I've hit the cap with this camera in the sense of, say, like learning what it can do. And there's a lot of things I want to learn. So numero uno on the list is buying a new camera. Now, the camera I have set in mind is a Sony a7 III. Or you start and be like, well, actually, there's better versions of that out there. I understand that. But one of my favorite content creators has the Sony a7 III. He's been rocking it for a long time. And I don't know, when I first saw it, I was like, that camera's sick. If he's been using it for that long, it's got to be good, right? So Sony a7 III, I know it can shoot in LUT. I don't know a whole lot about it. Again, when I get it, I want to do a deep dive and kind of understand it more than I understand this. But one thing that I know Sony does a bit better is they do video. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. Don't bring your pitchforks or torches. My opinion. Yeah, they do video a bit better, and video is something that I really want to get into more. I know photography is great, but I just feel like video I enjoy more. I feel like I can, other than the Sony a7 III, a possibility of mine is the Sony ZV-E1 for short form. That would be a cool run and gun camera. And then I know like a really good video camera is the Sony FX3, but that is quite a lot of money. And I mean, like, I got some goals, but that's up there. But I mean, one day, right? One day. My next big goal is to connect with more creators. Now, that could be locally. I'm from Vancouver. I don't know if any of you guys are. If you are, hit me up on IG. Other than that, just anyone around the world, more creators, more people I could like DM and just be like, yo, man, I have an idea for a YouTube video or a short form. What do you think, right? People that I could like FaceTime, that I could eventually travel and meet to. Just more homies in the field that I could be like, yo, I rock with you, and let's just kind of take over the world together. I always see people having groups and on socials, and I just think it'd be really cool if I could find my tribe to vibe with and just again make content with, rock the world with. Overall, just a group of people that want to take over the world, and I can help them do it. Third big thing is working on YouTube. Now, if you haven't seen my latest video, I go over some things about that. This is a more in-depth talk about it. I want to be more active in the sense of making long form. There's always this fear I've had where I'm like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. Everything that I do want to talk about has been done. So therefore, I don't feel like I need to, because it's already been done by probably someone better. And I think that is where I have troubles, because I am stuck with being like, oh my God, I am overthinking XYZ. So I'm just trying to be more active and think of, well, if it's been talked about, it may have been talked about by that person, but I haven't talked about it and thrown my own little twist on it. So maybe people will enjoy that. So I have to keep reminding myself that, hey, don't just overthink about it. Just turn on the camera, hit record, and just go, right? Shorts is also, I'm trying to be more consistent and have a better cadence with, instead of just being like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or this and that, right? Just having a better understanding that consistency is key, and it will basically help you kind of. And lastly, which I think might be the most important thing, is working on myself. Now, again, I talked about in my last video, last year was really hard for me. So this year I'm working on taking better care of my mental health. I'm trying new things. I recently started reading. Well, actually not recently. Last year I picked up my first book, and God, so long before that. It was The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And I actually recently just picked up the next, I guess, like book in the series, Unfuck Yourself. So I'm picking up reading again. And again, it's trying something new. It's just trying to shock the brain, see what other things out there interest me. Another thing that I'm implementing while working on myself is taking risks. Now, that's always scary for everyone. And I'm sure no one likes taking risks, but sometimes there's a beautiful thing about taking a risk and not knowing if it's going to work or not. You just give everything you have into it, and then it blooming into something that's really cool. You never knew it could work because you didn't take the risk. You know what I'm saying? Making sure I'm consistent with myself and other people. Checking in with friends. I've been told by a few people that like I get really hyper focused and kind of like lose track of like friendships, and that's fair. I just like, once I'm focused on something, I'm like hyper focused. So making sure I'm consistent with myself, the gym, my mental health, my family. And I think the biggest thing that I dealt with last year is imposter syndrome. And what I mean by that is I was constantly trying to be like, well, if this creator acts a certain way, films a certain way, makes content a certain way, then I want to be like them, and I want to make content like them. So I'm gonna try and be like them. And I found myself arguing almost with myself. Like one day I would do content this way or that way. And there were so many different times I would be like, I don't know what's my style, because I'm trying to have other styles in and around me. And I feel like I didn't enjoy it for a bit because I didn't know who I was as a content creator. So this year is a lot of me trying to figure out like, what's my style? What do I enjoy doing, right? Like if I want to throw up a gaming video on this channel, then I'm going to, rather than it just be like all tech and then me not enjoy doing all tech, right? Like there's a lot of me that I don't know what my footprint may be in the content world, and I'm trying to figure that out. I really hope that makes a lot of sense. It made sense to me, so if it doesn't make sense to you, I apologize. But there's a lot of me that I don't know what my footprint is in the content world. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm sure other people, other content creators have made a footprint, and you can be like, oh, that's this person's style. That's their style. What is my style? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But other than that, those are my 4 big things of this year that I will do my best to accomplish. And there you have it. Those are my 4 big goals I will get done 2024. Again, I'm going to work my damnedest to make them happen. And I'm going to be excited to see where it all takes me and the risks I take. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Helps with engagement. Drop a comment. Let me know some of your goals. Let me know if you can relate to anything I've said. If you have any suggestions on a camera maybe that I should check out, anything, I'll leave my socials down below as well, so you can connect with me over on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and Threads, if anyone still uses that. I feel like that just popped up and then died. I could be wrong though. But anyway, guys, Appreciate you all. Take care. See you guys soon.